Hi, Brian!
Aaron, how are you? Why is your background different?
Oh my gosh, isn't it beautiful?
Oh, nice.
I know. That's because I'm not in Toronto.
Really?
No, really, I know. We're in lockdown and it's a little unusual, but I'm in Iceland.
Everybody, I actually knew that. I'm just saying it. Yeah.
Cat out of the bag. But yeah, this is a special episode today. I'm just I say this every time. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
And we have so much to kind of recap on. This is our last episode of the season.
This is episode number 15. It just flew by. We had so much fun. We made some incredible new connections and it's been inspiring to get together with people that are like-minded and people that have the similar kind of vibe and a similar kind of focus, and it's been a wonderful experience and an incredible community, and we have to thank all our guests for this incredible journey. And so yeah, we're in lockdown once again, and Karen is in Iceland, if you can believe it.
You know, well,
That happened.
yeah, that's kind of an unusual situation. My husband and son are here, so now I'm reunited, which is really great and special. But the lockdown is it's crazy. We're not working again, and we have to do what we have to do to get through this pandemic. And thankfully, we've had this opportunity to create this podcast and do something creative. I think a lot of creativity has come from being stuck at home.
Yeah, for sure.
But I wanted to mention it's actually episode 14.
Oh, 14.
Yeah, I know we can't keep track, but but it is special because we're going to share some footage of actually a collaboration we did way back in the beginning. I don't even know if we had even recorded. I think maybe we recorded one episode before we did this collab
That's
with
right.
our guest.
That's right.
And what brought us together was noggin oil, right? Like we wanted to do a noggin oil demonstration. You brought this idea up, and you said to me about you were talking about this artist that you wanted to work with.
So, guys, you are in for a treat because we have an incredible rapper. He's from Scarborough, outside of Toronto. Well, it's actually part of Toronto, but born and raised, and he is extremely off the hook talented. And so, through Noggin Oil and Andrew, who works with me at World Salon, who actually played volleyball with Kofi, the kids' coach, this whole thing came about. And so it's a really special episode for us. It's bringing a lot of different elements of our lives together. Modlocks, Karen, me, World Salon, Noggin Oil, and then this incredible artist that we're so excited to share with you. So
Yeah, we just winged it, didn't we? We said we want to do this collaboration. We want to do a noggin oil demo for Kofi, and then we were like, let's do a Loc Talk. And so it's kind of informal. It's not the we didn't really have a platform or a setup as such at the time. You know, we just wanted to talk to him and get to know him, and that's what inspired us to how Loc Talk evolved from that into our
exactly.
little space on Zoom here. And it was really special. You know, we had our producer, right, Sean Jafari. He's been so fantastic this whole
Oh
time.
my
Like
gosh,
kudos, thank you, shout out to him.
Sean,
And
you're a
and
god.
and he's behind the scenes, but you get to see him taking some stills and working around us, and so you do your demo, and then I end up doing Kofi's maintenance. um I think he had a great time.
We all had a fantastic time.
Yeah.
It was just natural, and he's such a down to earth, terrific guy. He's so easy to hang out with, and it's rare when you bump into people that you kind of idolize. I mean, I only heard his music, and I was so blown away by his music. And then, yeah, the guy is just such a pleasure to be with, and so it's a joy.
And it's the beginning of his, the career. We're seeing this sort of in its infancy, even though his fans are devoted and his music is really solid.
Oh yeah, he's like a talent. And we'll give you all the links and everything at the end of the episode. But why don't we get into it?
Yes, let's share the episode. So, ladies and gentlemen, everybody who's watching and listening to Loc Talk, we give you the finale with Kofi and Brian and myself, and
Andrew.
And Andrew pops in and out. Yes, absolutely. He did the fade for Kofi, and it was a great collaboration. So enjoy.
Here you go.
Welcome to a special episode of Loc Talk with Karen and Brian. This is episode 14 featuring Kofi.
Kofi, thank you so much for being here. We're going to be doing a demo now on the Noggin Oil wash, and I wanted to give you a little bit of background on the wash. So I'm an athlete, I'm a runner, and I know you are an amazing athlete. Volleyball has been your gig for a long time, and you were a runner though, I understand. So one of my problems with the locks, when you run, the sweat really builds up on your scalp and kind of has nowhere to go. And so it really bugged me, and I wanted to get rid of it. But the problem was, when I was washing my hair so often, it really created a lot of weak spots in my locks. Because a lot of people don't understand with locks, when you wet them, the water expands the locks, and then your hair dries and they shrink. It's almost like a sponge. And that constant wetting, expansion, and then shrinking, it creates weak spots in the dread. So if you're washing your hair a lot, it's really not great for longevity. And so I came up with this idea of just spraying my roots with a really mild, light cleanser, and mixed with water and essential oils. And so it was working really cool, like you just get it down at the roots, leave it for a couple minutes, and then with a damp cloth, just pick up the pollution, the sebum. Like, it's the sebum that really attracts everything to your scalp and holds it there. And so after doing that for a while, I mean, it was amazing. My hair felt great. My hair felt like I'd washed it. And so I just started using that as a system, and it was great. So I'm going to show you what it's all about. So this is the wash. It smells incredible. Therapeutic grade essential oils. It's completely vegan. There's nothing bad in it, no toxic chemicals. And so just a light spray on the roots. So for sectioned hairstyles, it's awesome because you can just grab the hair and go into the root area, spray lightly. You want to make sure you're getting it right down to the scalp. And it's fairly fast too. Like, you can move quickly through your whole head in no time at all. This is great for people that do locks, locticians, and stylists that do braids a lot in the salon. Awesome product. You can do your service, and depending on what the hair looks like, how clean it is, you can use the wash after or before. It dries really quickly, so it's a pretty flexible system to integrate into your services. How's it feel in your scalp?
Feels good.
Yeah? Smells good too, eh?
Hi, Brian.
Karen, how you doing?
Nice to see you.
Not too close.
Hi. It's Kofi, right?
Yeah.
My name is Karen. It's nice to meet you.
Thank you too.
How are you enjoying yourself? You're getting this beautiful wash done organically, and you don't have to get your hair wet. Did you go through all the spiel?
Oh, yeah. So, Karen, you're going to be talking about the two
roller bottles. Yes.
And which is what comes next. So, I've sprayed the scalp. We've let it sit for a minute or so, and it's dislodging everything, sebum build up, dander, and then it's super fast. All you need to do is go in and pick up whatever's come off the scalp and move through really quickly like that. It also feels great because you can get a little bit of a scratch in there.
Is he a good masseuse?
Yeah, he's great.
Feel good? And I want to show you another thing I discovered that I really love is using a boar bristle brush. For people that have finer hair, if you use a boar bristle brush, then you can actually go in and you're not disturbing the hair with the towel at all. It's just dab, 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 dab. Move on to your next section, dab, 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 dab. And you're picking everything up without disturbing the base of the lock. Or if you have braids, the braids are going to be undisturbed as well. So that's another option. But yeah, this stuff actually saved my locks. I mean, I was having a really hard time growing them, and it's been 7 years now. Thanks to Karen's help. She is the pro.
Kofi, can I ask you some questions about your locks?
Sure.
So can you give me a little bit of a history of them? When did you start your lock journey?
I'd say about 1.5 years ago.
Okay, so they're growing really well then.
Yeah, my hair just grows fast.
It grows fast. It's a good thing, isn't it? So the maintenance, have you done anything, or has it been more freeform, organic?
Well, like when I started them, I just twisted it.
Okay.
And then just left them for like a week and they were locked.
Good. Well, that's
I
great.
think my hair just lends itself, like my hair is like really good for it. Yeah, and then I bought them like I kind of learned how to interlock.
Okay.
So I've been doing that like basically myself a little bit.
Okay. That's good to know. So the interlocking, do you find that it works for you?
Yeah. I mean that's like the only thing I've ever tried. So I don't know anything else.
Okay. So the great thing about interlocking is if it's working for you, that's awesome. The technique that I do is different. It's called crochet. Do you know what crochet is?
A lot of people told me that's better, but I've never
Okay. Yeah, so there's definitely pros and cons to both. If you like the aesthetic of the interlocking and it's working for you, then I'm not going to, say otherwise. But the thing about crochet is that you're going to keep all of your length. You're not going to lose the length from interlocking.
Right.
And so I'm going to use a small hook and I'm going to mat together your own hair. But I can do it just enough to keep it a little tidier and not, I don't have to do so tight if you don't want to. So there's flexibility. Cool. And we're good. We're good to go. Brian, how are you doing?
I'm good. I mean, that's basically it. It's super fast and smells incredible. And
How do you like the smell?
I like it.
Good.
Yeah.
And you can,
Questions for us?
No. I mean, I do like the product a lot.
yeah, you can actually do this as often as you want.
Yep.
Yeah.
Morning, noon, and night.
Oh, I do have an order though.
What are these? Well, that's an excellent question. So these are my roller bottles. Together, we created noggin oil. So he came up with the idea of using the wash. And I said, Brian, I'm doing actually something as well. I'm trying to solve a problem. And for me, the one thing I found was with crochet is some people have a sensitive scalp and they find it difficult to have their hair pulled because of lock maintenance or braids, right? So how do I alleviate that discomfort? And I came up with the idea of using essential oils and applying it directly to the scalp. So this is not an oily oil. This is more of an astringent, and it's really meant for the loctician or the braider to ease the service for you, and it's going to feel cool and tingling. So, and it's also really great for headaches and really great for like hot heat. So your scalp will nicely cool down, and then it'll make the service a little bit more comfortable.
Okay.
Then Replenish will come after, and Replenish is a light, fast-absorbing oil. It's grapeseed oil. Do you do any oil to your hair?
Yeah, like the Jamaican castor.
Jamaican black castor oil. Cool. So the Jamaican black castor oil is a very thick viscosity, and it's great for keeping it on the surface. So what this one is, it's a fast-absorbing oil that's light. So you could use this in conjunction with the Jamaican black castor. And then this here has grapeseed, which is really good for hair strength, hair health, and frankincense and lemon peel. So it smells unbelievable, and it complements the wash really well. Yeah. So I'm going to use that after, and you're going to have the complete set. Yeah.
So what did we say? The wash, then the toner?
Yeah, so cleanser, toner, moisturizer.
Cleanse.
You know, if you're familiar with how to wash your face, right?
That's the system, and we just stumbled onto it.
Yeah, cleanse, tone, moisturize. All right.
Super cool.
Kofi, this is so wonderful. Thank you very much for being here. We really appreciate it. And but incidentally, you know, I can smell the beautiful scent of the Noggin oil wash coming from his locks.
Incredible.
So, okay, cool. You've got a bit of an undercut, a little shave underneath. That's good. We know that because it was just done.
Thank you, Andrew.
And you have a beautiful amount of regrowth, which is perfect for doing crochet locks, instant locks. Do you have any questions before we get started?
No.
Let's just do it. It's a very different sensation than interlocking.
Yeah. I'm also, I'm not tender-headed at all.
Oh, well, that's handy. You're a loctician's dream come true then.
As in magician.
So when you interlock your own hair, do you do it all in one go, or do you take time with it? Break it down into sessions?
Just all in one go.
One go? And it takes
I'll do the first half, and then I usually have to get someone to do the back.
Yeah.
Can't really see.
Yeah. So then do you just get a friend to do it, or do you do it? Yeah.
Yeah.
It becomes an interlocking party.
Yep. I just asked them, it'll take 5 minutes, and then it's an hour.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. How do you feel being back in Toronto?
I like it. Get to be with my friends a lot more.
Is your family here?
Yeah, them too.
That's good. Yeah. Oh yeah, family. We forgot about them. Do you have siblings?
Yeah, I have a sister.
A sister? Older?
Yeah.
She must be, are you guys close?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was reading that's how you got into volleyball.
Yeah, she played. I'm competitive, so anything. She also used to sing.
Oh yeah.
And she used to sing.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So music runs in the family too.
Yeah, I was always doing music. I started off playing piano and trombone, and I was classically trained.
Wow, that's wonderful.
It's definitely an edge.
Mm-hmm. Can we put his music on?
Yeah. If he wants to, definitely. Let me know.
I'd love to hear some of your music. All right, so we're gonna go all over the place and flip flop on this, but how would you pronounce your name properly?
Kofi.
Kofi. So we have Kofi as our guest today, and this is exciting because we're doing the Loc Talk live.
Loc Talk live.
Live and interactive.
Stunning guest, incredibly talented volleyball player and musician. His music is the bomb, and you are going to be a huge deal, dude. I'm telling you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So yeah, we're very stoked to have you here. And Noggin oil is part of the reason we're here.
Yep.
And so you've become a fan. That's super cool.
Yeah. Yeah, so we were talking about this. You were doing volleyball in Los Angeles?
Yeah, I was playing there for 4 years.
For 4 years.
UCLA?
Yeah.
But you're happy to be home.
Oh yeah, I like Toronto.
Canada. Canada represent. Yeah, and music and volleyball. What other passions? I mean, that must take up all your time, music and volleyball, let's be honest.
Yeah, especially while doing school.
Okay, you're still in school.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Oh, still UCLA. It's just online right now.
Oh, I see.
Right. Everything's virtual now. Well, pretty much everything.
Yeah.
It's a new world.
Yeah.
So fun to see you work, Karen. You are a magician. Loctician magician, right? But you've never had any professional maintenance done.
No, I've gotten it like interlocked a couple times professionally.
Okay.
I wanted to get like it parted properly.
Right.
But I don't really do that.
Yes, you wanted it parted properly. That makes a lot of sense because really how they're parted is how they fall. You know, how large the parts are depicts how large the locks themselves can become. So you got them really, like they're nice, they're consistent, they're not too big, not too small. Is this your first set?
First set
of locks. Is this the first time you've ever had locks?
Oh no, I had them before, but they got chopped off against my will.
I'm sorry, what did you just say?
Yeah, they got cut off without me even asking. So I was at a barber shop in Quebec.
Did they accidentally cut them off?
Yeah, like.
Oh my God, I can't even believe that.
In Quebec, was it a language barrier?
That's what I thought. Well, I mean, it could have been a language barrier, but my French is better than her English. But you know, like when you're in Quebec and they can hear your accent, they kind of just speak to you in English.
Okay.
So she did that.
Oh my gosh, that's a nightmare.
Yeah.
So how long did you have your locks before she cut them off?
Not that long, like a year.
But still, I mean, how did
I'd be like down to here right now for sure.
Oh, absolutely. But
wow.
I'm sorry. Like my heart is hurting for you.
Yeah, it was tough. It was like picture day too. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I was getting a haircut, just shave up the side. It was like my first picture day with the national team. And
oh, I'm so sorry. You can laugh about that.
You can laugh about it now.
Well, my friends are laughing immediately.
Yeah, nice friends.
I took down all the mirrors in my house, to be honest.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
That is insane.
I wonder what the hairstylist was thinking. Like when she realized that wasn't what you asked for.
I was so upset.
Oh, did you cry? You don't have to tell me if you cried.
I didn't cry, but I was like, my friends were clowning me the whole way. They called me Caillou.
Oh, honey.
Oh, that is the worst story I've heard.
I didn't see that coming. But these ones. And now you have a barber to take care of your fade up.
You're all set.
Yeah.
And next time you go to Quebec, you'll need a translator.
The next time I go to Quebec, I'm
not getting your hair done.
Flying home to get
Good point. Good point. People in LA aren't they back in lockdown or something close to that?
I don't even know, but I hear it's bad over there.
Yeah, it is bad.
Yeah, you can't even go outside anywhere. Like,
I know Verona sent.
Like with the fire.
And yeah, the whole West Coast.
And I've heard mosquitoes are awful too. Like it's a really bad season for mosquitoes.
Okay, how are the mosquitoes surviving all the smoke?
Oh, I don't know, but they are. They're thriving apparently.
Oh my God.
There we go.
Make a feature. Read this song in a minute?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I haven't even listened.
Nobody knows. We in another league. You're not even close. Check in a new bag. Exit the nose.
Are we giving some love right now, or are we giving some?
Huh?
We giving some love to our homie here?
He gets no love I'm gonna say his name.
Oh, okay.
Give me my jacket.
He said he lost it, and then I saw him wearing it on TikTok.
Oh.
Busted.
Recorded TikTok, I guess.
Wow.
So it's your UCLA jacket. How many do you have, UCLA jackets?
Oh, I have a million like UCLA jackets, but this is like the varsity jacket. So after like being there for 3 years, you get a special jacket.
Oh, okay.
Like it looks like a varsity jacket.
Okay.
But it's like a legitimate UCLA, you know?
Sweet.
I would like it.
So you need it back.
Yeah.
So we're officially requesting this for on behalf of Kofi. Give the boy his jacket back, please. I miss LA.
I love LA.
How long were you there? 4 years?
Yeah, 4 years.
How is it adjusting to stateside?
It was alright.
Is that right?
I mean, the biggest thing is just socially, just because like none of the culture of Scarborough, I guess, not even Toronto, just like Scarborough. Well, I guess Toronto. Like it does not translate over there. So like the stuff like just even the way we speak does not translate to over there. The food that I like to eat, I can't go to Eglinton or Oakland if I want jerk chicken over there, you know? You cannot get Jamaican food.
Really?
I mean, I'm sure there's places, but any place I went to is not good.
Right.
Apparently there's like some good place. I forget what it's called.
It's like going. It's like going to like Chicago for sushi. Like, where's the closest ocean, right?
Yeah.
I was in London years ago, and I met a bunch of French people from Paris. And growing up in Montreal, I thought I spoke French pretty well. And so the first time I actually felt brave enough to speak French to them, they burst out laughing. 7 of them, uncontrollably, for 5 minutes. And then that was it. I never spoke French again.
Oh my God, that is so funny.
Nice people are ruthless out there.
Oh my gosh. And yeah, these are friends, you know, like they just thought it was hilarious.
Wow.
And I mean, the words are very different though, and I feel like in Quebec there are so many terms that have come about because of them taking English words and moving them into the mix, right? Like le shopping is a perfect example. Everyone says that now. Le shopping. And
Oh no, that's so funny.
such a beautiful texture.
I was going to say, so my guess is, and correct me if I'm wrong, the last time you interlocked was maybe 4 to 6 months ago.
Yeah, so long.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I often tell my clients less is more. So for instance, you're getting a crochet maintenance today, or a mod locks maintenance, however you'd like to describe it. And in that, I don't ask my clients to come back that often, right? Maybe 3 times a year, as opposed to the interlocking where I know locticians will say, come back in 6 weeks. And you're like, why? So I love that you are letting your hair be organic. I love that you're letting your hair breathe and grow. And that's why it's growing, because you're not messing with it.
Yeah.
And that's super important. You got lucky too, right? Like you said, you just started them by just twists. You didn't use the sponge, did you?
No.
Okay.
Just twisted it, and then I really did it. I did it myself, so ghetto, the way I did it. Like,
no, there's nothing ghetto about it. Really what it comes down to is however you want to start your lock journey. Like, some people don't really don't really realize how connected they are to their locks until they're not there anymore. And did you start this set right after, like as soon as you started growing your hair?
Well, I never cut, like, I would only cut like this. I was like growing up like this way, you know, like like a box cut type thing.
Kid and play.
Yeah, because I knew that I was gonna go back to this eventually, but I mean, like I never cut the top again.
No. It's beautiful hair.
I just want to interject.
Oh no. Sorry. Go ahead.
So, how does the hair feel after the wash, the noggin oil wash?
Oh, his hair feels so clean.
Clean.
Very and light, and it smells amazing.
And it's pretty much dry.
Yes.
I mean, it's the heat from the scalp basically has dried your hair already. I mean, so pretty awesome tool.
And really great for athletes on the go.
Yeah.
Busy musicians.
Yeah.
But seriously, could you see yourself using this product?
Yeah, for sure.
Tell me about your lock regimen, like how often you shampoo, what products do you like to use?
I mean, it's not good, but I like shampoo like every day, to be honest.
Oh, do you? You shampoo your hair every day? So how long does it take for your locks to dry?
A couple hours, to be honest.
It's like, pretty quick.
Yeah.
That's very lucky.
Yeah.
Very well. I suppose being in Los Angeles, it would dry faster than what you're going to experience in the winter months.
Oh yeah, the winter? I can't wait.
Yeah.
You do not want loxicles.
Yeah.
Trust. So yeah, I think wash is going to be perfect for your schedule and for getting a nice, quick, clean scalp without having to wet your locks. And that's not to say don't shower. But you don't have to worry about putting shampoo in your hair. And I'm probably sure that if I ask you what kind of shampoo you use, Brian and I might actually have a heart attack.
You probably wouldn't.
No? Okay, please tell us.
It's whatever my sister uses.
Ba-dum-bum. That was
probably good.
Funny.
So we are going to hook you up with some World Hair and Skin Clean. That is another brand that sponsors Loc
Talk. Woo! Party time.
And that is also a super clean product, no toxic chemicals, and very minimal.
So if you do want to do the shampoo, the traditional shampoo, you and your sister can use it.
And you can use it on your whole body too, so it's not just a shampoo.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, the World Hair and Skin products actually complement noggin oil really well because World Hair and Skin is more traditional, in the sense of cleansing the body and the hair. Noggin oil is specifically targeted for protective hairstyles. So can you think of some people that you might want to share the noggin oil with?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, definitely, to be honest.
Yeah.
Honestly, like all my friends.
All your friends are going to be curious.
So in terms of styles, you have a lot of friends that have braids too, or is it more?
Yeah, they go through either braids or split, braids and split.
Yeah.
Like the two strands.
And when you get your braids done, and I've heard this from client after client, when you get your braids done, you almost don't want to wash your hair because I don't want to mess up my braids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at least this way you're really and you don't want to get them wet and all that. So, this way you're at least targeting the scalp, cleaning it. And you can be really careful with them at first, if it's tight and refreshed, and you just do a little kind of like miniature shimmy on the scalp.
And that's where the brush comes in.
Yeah, that's
braids, awesome. Just
right in there.
Pretty cool.
And then of course if you're due for your braid up, you just be like, that's what all my clients do before maintenance every time. They're just like, yep, get one good scrub in.
And Kofi, what is your background?
I'm half Ghanaian.
Pardon me?
Half Ghanaian, from Ghana.
Ghanaian. Very cool. And the other half is European?
Yeah, Polish.
Polish.
Half Polish, half Romanian on the wrong side.
Okay.
So Ghanaian, Guyanese.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So often when I say to people that I'm from Guyana, they think I said Ghana.
People always mix the two up.
They do.
Oh yeah.
I was 3 years old when I left.
Oh wow.
And
So
then
you were born there?
I was born there, yeah. And then moved to England. Lived there for 4 years.
Oh, that explains a lot.
What, my British accent? What it explains?
Are you trying to like channel Einar right now with your like sarcasm? You're so funny. Your wit.
My witch.
Your wit.
Yeah, and then I went to Montreal. So from London, England to Montreal. And
And you knew how to speak French?
oh no, I learned it after time.
Where? Oh wait, Montreal. Cool.
So I was on the West Island.
Right.
So when I first arrived, I am not kidding you, I was in grade 2 and kids would chase me home just to trying to get me to speak. It was unbelievable.
Because they thought you spoke.
The accent, they were just so intrigued by this accent. And so I think it's in 6 months I lost it because it was just too much attention.
Right. I hear that happens to a lot of kids. They get teased out of their accent.
Yeah, it's true. I wish, of course, now I had it. It'd be kind of neat.
When Einar went to Iceland, when Einar went to America for school, he picked up a Southern American accent, Texas American accent, if you can believe it. And then he goes back to Iceland for school, the rest of school, and he spoke with the most ridiculous accent, and it's like even the teacher, their jaws just all dropped, and they looked at him like, and then they just burst into laughter. So then he just immediately stopped the accent. Okay, Madonna. Just turn it off whenever you want. Yeah.
Well, there's a thing too about Los Angeles. If you have a British accent in Los Angeles, people just trip over themselves to get to know you, become your friend. One of my best friends is British, and she's in LA, and she just said it's ridiculous. Having that accent is golden there.
I absolutely love your music.
Oh, Kofi.
Like, I don't know, is it R&B? Is it hip hop?
I don't even know.
It's a mix.
Yeah, so.
Tell me about it. What's your inspiration?
Kind of just do what I think sounds good, to be honest. It's nice because I have like complete control over it because I produce, sing, like write my own stuff and like mix and master it.
Wow.
So, yeah.
One man show.
Like this song, like everything. Like I did everything, you know?
Wow.
It's wonderful.
And so, how long have you been producing music?
I've been producing for I'd say 6 years now, but before that I was like composing or classical stuff.
Right, you're classically trained.
Amazing.
So does it run in your family? You said your sister sings, but like your family, does it come from somewhere in a long lineage of musicians?
Yeah, well my dad said that he used to sing in church, but like my mom plays piano and she can sing, and
Wow.
my uncle is like a great musician.
Okay, so it was sort of like, yeah, and when they saw that you were talented in music as well.
Yeah, I didn't share anything with them until I was like older.
Okay.
Like, I think that like I released music before I would sing or like play piano in front of my family.
Yeah, it's wonderful stuff.
Really different and very pleasant to the ear. I like that.
Yeah, it's soulful.
I'm old school. Like I don't know. There's a lot of new music where I'm like, I can't understand what's going on.
Yeah, I'm pretty old school too when it comes to new sounds. And my favorite ever is probably like Sam Cooke or Akon.
Wow, yes,
Beautiful, yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Sam Cooke. Oh, beautiful voice.
Yeah, he's crazy.
Can I tell you a funny glass story?
Okay. Only if he wants to hear a funny glass story.
Well, it was when I discovered I needed to get glasses.
Or how you discovered you needed to get glasses, should we say?
And when.
And when?
I was asked to be the master of ceremonies for my cousin's wedding in New York. 300 plus people, and they had it in it was like a golf and country club, this huge space, and it was on the dance floor that I was introducing everybody. That was my job, and so the tables were all on the sides, and when I showed up, they gave me a microphone and a list of all the names. She had 12 bridesmaids and maids of honor, and then all the parents and everything, and everyone had to be introduced. And a lot of their friends were Thai. So I studied these names the day before, and I mean, it was hard. I needed that list to get through it, and I had it all in big writing. And right before I was to go on, they turned the lights down.
Oh no.
So I'm on this dance floor in front of all these people.
In dim lighting.
In dim lighting. No glasses. I didn't have glasses at that point. And they took my list away and gave me this other list that was all like regular type print. And so I was just basically making shit up.
Oh my God.
I swear to God, it was so embarrassing.
Oh, Brian, that's terrible.
And they were videotaping the whole thing.
Of course they were.
Some of the Thai names.
You must have.
I just
Oh
basically
boy.
said, and here we have. It was awful. One of my worst moments in my life. I wanted to crawl under a rock.
Yeah, I never heard that story before. That's a new one. Now everybody knows.
So I came back to Toronto and immediately went and got my eyes checked and got glasses.
The end.
The end. And yes, these are my latest.
You don't wear glasses, do you?
I have like reading glasses, but like I don't use them. To be honest, I honestly think that it makes it hard to see with them.
Well, if they're just reading glasses?
Well, like it's for like reading, because I hate doing homework, and they thought that like I always said I would get tired, and they're like, oh, maybe it's your eyes. I was like, it's not my eyes. But then like they check my eyes and they're like, yeah, it could be your eyes. I was like, okay, but it's not my eyes. I just hate homework. I don't like school.
How does that tension feel that Karen's
Like,
feel good?
yeah.
Like what I've done so far, I guess, is what he's saying.
To be honest, I don't even feel the difference.
You don't feel a difference. Well, in many ways, that's probably good until you see the difference and you go, wow, like, you know?
I had my locks maintained by a loctician in Los Angeles a couple years ago.
Oh, yeah, Sean, crown dreadlocks.
Sean, crown dreadlocks, awesome loctician. And then before that, do you remember the other experience I had?
No,
She pulled so tight.
this isn't me he's talking about.
She pulled so tight, and I mean, she's a great loctician too, but she has a very different style. Like, she likes every single hair in.
I guess I can't ask who
there.
because we're recording.
And I took Advil for 2 days. That's how hard it hurt, how much it hurt.
Really?
My scalp was going, it was like throbbing.
And there are a lot of locticians and braiders out there that are super heavy-handed, and that will happen.
Yeah. Like, they pull so tight, it's nuts. I mean, it was like a facelift. It's looking good, Karen.
Thanks, Brian.
When am I gonna get a maintenance next? She's so busy, I can't even get in.
Seen any good movies lately?
No, I want to watch a couple. Like people have told me to watch, and like some shows too. But I'm just too busy. Like I'm just working in the studio.
Yep. So how many albums have you done?
I've only put out one album and an EP.
An album and an EP. Okay.
Yeah, but and a bunch of singles. But I have actually 2 EPs. But I have like 2 albums just in the vault.
Wow. In the vault.
2, that's brilliant.
So you got music pouring out of you.
Oh yeah, I have like for every song I've released, I have 2 unreleased songs that are going to go out.
Wow.
Brilliant. So soon you'll be flying us in to do your hair.
Yeah.
Whoop, there goes your phone again.
That's my other one.
Ooh, bit of a cover song. Or at least some of the lyrics are like similar. That's cool.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
Yeah, there's like a little reggae, a little bit of mellow. You kind of got all over the place a bit, eh?
Yeah, that's what I like pride myself on. Like both of my albums, they're like super different. Like, you know, like you can listen to each song and think it's a different artist.
I love that.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I get sometimes, you know, that's what a good album should do, is take you on a journey, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm always taking my, putting my iPod on. I have an iPod, 2004. It's an original. And I'm very proud of it. And I have like 13,000 songs on there. So I just put it on shuffle. And I have the most eclectic music you will ever hear in anyone's collection. Because I'm so kind of tired of like when you go on these, you know, Google, Amazon platforms and you're like, I would like to hear David Bowie. And it's like, here's a station of songs like David Bowie, but here's not David Bowie. I like to be able to pick what I want to listen to. Mind you, I don't pay for those apps, so I get the shittiest, lowest end stuff. Yeah, your hair is actually just ideal for this maintenance. I don't even have to do any repair work. I don't have to do any resection. Like, it's a dream. Thank you for having dream hair. Trust me. Did you happen to chance to see my Instagram?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
So you can see that I deal with a lot of different hair textures. I was gonna say like situations where you're like, did you even separate them? Like, how did that? What? You know. But my regular clients are usually great, right? So I did not know what I was stepping into today, because I mean, obviously photos don't tell me everything I need to know. And so honestly, you have actually brightened my day.
Oh yeah.
Because this is just the best.
Like dream hair.
Yeah, I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
Yeah. I love how they've gotten lighter on the ends.
Yeah.
That's just from the sun.
That's natural. Oh, honey. Yeah, I don't.
Mine's natural too. No.
I was gonna say, because I feel like mine will just keep on getting lighter.
Yeah.
It will get lighter and lighter as it gets longer.
Especially if you lived in LA.
Yeah. I heard like you're supposed to like dip it in lemon juice or something.
Yeah, you totally can do that, and that will actually brighten them up even more.
Yeah.
It's the acidity.
And that won't like ruin them?
Nope, not with lemon. No. It might feel a little dry, because it's obviously the acidity is what it's doing is it's opening up the cuticle and kind of behaving like a peroxide would, but it's natural. So, I mean, I don't know if you want to add to that or not, but it's also progressive. So it'll keep lifting to a certain point, right? So if you leave it in and you don't rinse it out, the more sun you get, a little bit lighter and lighter it'll go.
So the hair's porosity changes with the lemon. And actually even the sun, like the ends here are more porous because there's no melanin, which is the molecule that gives your hair color. There's less melanin here than on your root area. And as the melanin leaves your hair, it tends to get drier and lighter and less elastic. There's less elasticity, so your hair at the roots is really nice and stretchy and
so
moist.
Nice. It's so healthy.
The ends are definitely drier, but that's normal just with hair growth, right?
Yeah.
So it just sort of speeds that whole thing up.
So good. Great voice.
Yeah, I know. Amazing.
And I'm not just saying that. I know it kind of sounds like I am, but.
So you must listen to a lot of other people. Who do you really like that's out there?
That's a good question.
Like currently making music?
Yeah.
In what genre?
Good question.
Well, let's start with rap.
Rap? Drake's obviously the GOAT. Behind Drake, it has to be Lil Baby. And then Polo G. Like they're just like from the they're the new school rappers, but they're just I just think they're undeniable.
Oh, cool.
Lil Baby, he his voice is just out of here. And then Polo G is just a great writer.
Awesome. We'll have to check them out.
Yeah. I would check out Polo G just because he's really good at putting he raps about his life and what he's done, what he's been through, and how the situations that he grew up in. He's really good at putting it he's very poetic.
Nice. And then what about soul artists, R&B? I mean, you mentioned Sam Cooke.
Yeah, Sam Cooke. Well, not really currently making music, but current soul. Probably Jacob Banks. He's a guy from the UK, I think. Oh, and he's makes a good, really cool music. Also, there's a guy from Toronto. His name's Notify.
Notify?
Yeah.
That's a fun name.
He's amazing.
Oh yeah?
He's amazing.
Fantastic. So we got some stuff to check out. So Karen and I are both pretty old school. And
Old school is just a kind way to say old.
And growing up in Montreal, I was into rock and roll. That was my jam. And my first concert was Led Zeppelin.
Look what I just did. I just spilled my water.
I got a good smile.
Do you need to go to the washroom?
No. You know what? My dog peed on the floor today, and I was so mad at him. And karma. Water on my clothes.
Don't worry, no one can see.
Make sure you get that.
When I get to the top, I can direct the dreadlocks in any way that you feel comfortable, whether you want them back or you want them to the one side or to the other side. Do you have a preference?
I guess just back.
Just back? Keep it easy. And then it'll kind of flop either way, too.
Cool.
This is Toronto guy?
Yeah.
It's cool.
So we have this awesome bed at home. That's my partner. And that's Thor.
Oh, that's his name, Thor?
Yeah.
That's really...
He's not supposed to be on the bed, by the way.
Yeah, he's claiming it. It's his bed now. Wait, he's 2 years?
Yeah, he's two and a bit.
Let me see if I have a picture of my dog.
You guys are sharing dog photos. We are now at that level.
What do you have?
I saw your stuff. Oh my god. Oh yeah, you've got the different colored eyes?
No, they're both just white. They're not even.
What a beautiful dog.
Well, I love Huskies.
Huskies are a handful though.
Yeah, they're...
It's a little person pretty much, man.
He is. He's a whole person. He talks to me.
Yeah.
He talks back. When I say no, he's like.
He talks back.
So that's our front porch. That's where he loves to be more than anywhere. Just looking at the world go by. And we've trained him not to get off.
Really?
Yeah, so he just stays there.
Wow.
Our neighbors walk by and they just
And it's not, and he's not
stays
leashed.
there. And he's not leashed.
That's crazy. My dog would never.
I'm really good at training dogs.
Oh, really?
I had 2 dogs before, 2 English setters, and I would bring them to work every day, riding my bike with them running on the sidewalk, off leash.
Off leash?
Wow.
That's how I got them around.
Whoa.
So I just get into their heads. I don't know, I just understand dogs.
You must be slouching.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want me to sit up?
No, I need you to keep slouching. But I usually don't like to condone slouching. I have
A stool, like another stool platform if you want.
oh yeah, the platform downstairs.
You want it?
Maybe just grab it.
Andrew, can you grab the platform so Karen can stand on it? We're just getting to the top of the...
So what I was going to say was at my studio at Modlocks, my chair is a reclining chair. So you don't have to get all slouchy on me. And then I can, reach the top of your head and you get to lay back in comfort. It's actually quite a bonus.
Just take a video of me wetting my pants.
Please.
So just throw water all over myself. That's how it's going.
That's awesome.
So can I ask you a question? Mm-hmm. Do you have is it called a spam account?
What do you mean by that?
So I learned about this from like a young person.
I used to.
See, it's a thing. So check this out. People have like these private accounts where they don't use their name or anything, like young people. And apparently like young people have like multiple email addresses to like be like, oh, I just don't even care about this thing. I'm going to use this email. I was like, how come I wasn't taught those things?
It's necessary. Because like, otherwise your emails get blown up.
Blown up, right. I did actually just start another email address for that reason. But I never thought about social media, like to actually just have a really private...
Ghost account.
I guess so, yeah. And nobody knows who you are, but it's your way to communicate with your friends without dealing with other people.
Yeah.
Genius.
Wow, here.
Oh, thank you, honey.
You want to try it?
Yeah, I'm going to... Yeah, that's perfect. Now am I still in the frame? I'm cut off.
But I need one too, because I look like a shrimp next to you.
So, now that I've finished your maintenance, I'm going to give you the chill experience. Thank you, Brian.
You're welcome.
Random person that just... No, you were in the screen, right?
Yeah.
So this is called chill. And what essentially this does is it's going to help to cool down your scalp after a maintenance. Some people will do it actually during the process. You said to me earlier that you have a pretty low sensitivity, high pain tolerance. So, but would you like to have a little chill on your scalp just to feel the cool? I know we don't have summer anymore, unfortunately, but it still feels really, really good. And especially if you get headaches.
Feeling it starting to tingle?
Yeah.
You like it?
Yeah.
I think really, like if you are at the gym, this is going to be a game changer, right? So feeling overheated, you could just throw this on before your workout and it'll keep you cool the whole time.
Yeah.
About 45 to an hour. And now I'll give you Replenish. This is Replenish. The carrier is grapeseed oil, so it's fast absorbing, it's light. You can use it in conjunction with a heavier oil like a Jamaican black castor or coconut. But the lemongrass and the frankincense essential oils in this are going to be really good for the scalp and for the growth and health of the hair.
Oh my God. So I have to show you this photo. I'm going to show him. It's so funny.
And it'll help with some elasticity. And it's really great for the edges. So you won't get any of the oils on your hands. You don't have to, this is something that actually is a common thing that happens. I'll let somebody try the roller bottle and they'll put it on their scalp and then they'll start massaging their scalp. But this is the massager, right? So you don't have to go in with your fingers.
So this on Tuesday, I just sent Kia that photo.
I don't know if you can smell it through the mask.
Yeah, you can. It smells good.
Good. And if you have itchiness, if you have, like I say, headaches, but sometimes people like the chill for itchies and some people like the replenish for the itchies. So there you go, my friend.
Cool.
Yeah, that's for you. There you go.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. See you next time.
If you don't know Kofi, you about to know pronto. A young nigga from Toronto, grew with the dons, moving loud like Pablo. No Aito, hot grabber, no fronto. Ghanaian nigga got my chain from Accra. Diamonds doing the Zanto. Now I got cash, big cheese, Parmigiano. Nice guy.
Hey, we're back. Karen, wasn't that amazing?
Oh, it was such a treat to rewatch that and to relive that, you know. I had so much fun that day. It was like exciting and interesting and comfortable. And Kofi is just, like you said, he's just such a natural, energy. I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
It was amazing.
And that post, oh my gosh, the story he told.
Oh, incredible. I know.
I don't, like nobody should have their locks cut off unless it's their choice. Like that was bad.
Yeah, bad news. Bad karma for you, whoever you did.
Wow.
We have to remember that was from early lockdown days.
Yeah.
Right? So
yeah, we didn't really know what was going to happen. So here we are.
It's like a little time capsule of our worlds all colliding. So cool.
Yeah. And now we are here at the end of the year, and we're going to do another season. Definitely.
Oh,
This is just a little bit of a break. We're going to get some ideas together. We've got a great lineup of guests next season. Oh, yeah. But I want to talk about Kofi for another couple of minutes, right? Because, you could hear his music playing in the background, but I'm sure people are very interested to hear more. So do you want to hit them up with the Instagram?
So Instagram is JMGKOFI. And YouTube?
The YouTube looks like this. How do I find out what his link is? Well, I just searched Kofi Kid, but it is, it's just under Kofi. And if I were to share that with you, Brian, what would that look like? Geez, you can tell this is on the fly.
Well, his Insta following is very, very solid. 27,500 followers.
On Insta, he's got like 67,000 on YouTube. So that's then rising, right? Like this kid is.
He's awesome.
Great music.
And if you're interested, his past life at UCLA as a volleyball player is also worth checking out. I mean, the guy to watch is poetry in motion. So he's a very talented individual. It's not just about the rapping.
And humble.
So,
humble.
Yeah,
and he liked our products.
Sorry?
And he liked Noggin Oil.
He loves our products. Yeah. So cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, super, super neat dude. And that's kind of it for the season.
I know.
It's been so wonderful hanging out with you.
Oh, likewise.
And our guests, again, it was just a real pleasure to communicate with each and every one of you and get backgrounds on your past and your future. And it opened our eyes to our community and made us feel even more committed to building it stronger and sharing the love, basically.
Absolutely. Well, you said it best. I don't need to say anything now. You did that. Yeah, Brian. I hope you have a good rest of your year.
You too, and be safe in Iceland.
Yeah, well.
My love to Einar and Evinder.
Thank you.
Your little men.
Thank you.
And
all right. Thank you, everybody, for listening and watching. And it's been a real pleasure. And until next season, peace out. Loc Talk.
Loc Talk. Woo! Love you.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Loc Talk.